Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Sarah, your coach in charge. This week I'm going to share with you guys something very fun and interesting, which is journal writing. I believe journal writing is one of the best way to reconnect with yourself. So in this video I'll be sharing with you guys 3 ideas to make your journal writing interesting and fun. So let's jump in for this week's video. Okay guys, so before I talk about the 3 ideas to make your journal writing more interesting, one of the things I notice is that every time I talk about journal writing to my clients, the first thing they come up with is that, they find it to be very systematic, like, how you do homeworks in school. And the first thing they tell me is that, it's kind of boring to write journals. Now, before I tell you how to make it interesting, your journal itself should be interesting. So, in order to help me explain this, I brought my own journal. Okay, guys, this is private and confidential, okay? Do not share it with outsiders. Okay, so this is my journal, okay? And if you see, I like getting this journal with blank pages, so that I can write anything I want. I just don't like this books with lines on it because it reminds me of my school time, homeworks, it just stressed me out. So I prefer to get a journal like this. And actually this is not the original cover, okay? I've added my own codes, my own words that I like, okay? So this is the way you can make your journal feel very connected with you. This is the first step of setting up your own journal, okay? And when you write things inside your journal, it should be something that you can relate to. Don't take words from others, just like write affirmations or write quotes that you cannot connect, okay? It will lose the whole purpose of writing journal if you pick those kind of things, okay? So let me share with you guys. Okay, again, private and confidential, guys. Do not share it with outsiders. I only share it with you guys, okay? See, this is one of my personal drawing, okay? I drew this when I was doing my visualization practice, and this image came up to me. And I just wanted to note it down somewhere, okay? So I decided to just draw a small sketch of it in my journal. So every time I open that page, it reminds me back of that moment when I was visualizing that. So this kind of small things you can do in your journal. Okay, so having said that, let me jump in to this week's video, which is 3 ideas to make your journal writing more interesting. The first idea is basically related to fairy tales. Okay, I know all of us, we love fairy tales, don't we? We grew up listening to these stories, imagining ourselves to be the main characters in the stories, like Cinderella, Rapunzel, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Pocahontas, and many more, okay? So the task for you is that when you want to start writing your journal, I want you to pick your favorite fairy tale story. It could be Cinderella, it could be Snow White, whichever one that you resonate with. You pick the story, and what I want you to do is that I want you to imagine which of the character in the story is you. So most of us, we will always relate to the main characters, right? The heroine or the hero of the character. If you're a guy, you would most probably pick the prince, and if you're the girl, you would pick the princess, of course. So pick that character, and I want you to rewrite the story, okay, in a way that it suits your way of storytelling. Which means, if you pick Cinderella, for example, I want you to imagine you are being Cinderella now. Now, how would your Cinderella story be? I want you to just jot it down in your journal. Okay, it doesn't have to be lengthy paragraphs. I just want you to jot down the important things. Okay, for example, maybe you didn't like that Cinderella was known for her glass slippers. You want to change it. Maybe, like this, maybe she dropped her book or something like that. Okay, it's up to you. Let your imagination go wild. Let your creativity flow. That is the task, okay? So pick one story, rewrite the story according to your life right now, how you want your story to be, and that will be your Cinderella or Snow White or Rapunzel story. I want you to write it down in your journal, okay? So that is my idea number 1. Now let's jump into idea number 2. Okay guys, the second idea which can help to make your journal writing much more interesting is looking at the date. For example, if you're going to start writing now, okay? You look at today's date, okay? And then what I want you to do is that go back 1 year before. For example, we are in 2019. I want you to go back to the same date on 2018. Just run through your mind, go back to your train of the past, and imagine, how was that day for you last year? What were you doing? Okay, how was your day like? Was there anything interesting happening on that day? Do you even remember anything, or you don't remember anything? It doesn't matter. Write everything you can remember about 1 year ago on this particular date, okay? Just run through your memory and try to see if there's anything interesting. Have your life changed from last year, okay, compared to this year? How is it? You know, are you missing anyone? You know, are you being happy? Are you being more excited? So I want you to write down every of those simple, small details in your journal. Okay, this helps you to reconnect with from where you have come, okay, with your past. Make peace with your past. Maybe last year on exactly this date, you fought with your best friend, okay? So you can go back to that train of memory and see what really happened, what lesson did I learn. Okay, this is very important because it helps us become who we really are, okay? It helps you see from where you have traveled this journey of life, okay? So this is a very interesting way to reconnect back with yourself, okay? So with that, now let's jump into our third idea. Okay guys, the third idea to make your journal writing more interesting is using your photo album. I want you to go now, open your photo album, pick one picture. It doesn't matter. It could be a recent one, it could be a very old one, it could be a childhood one. I want you to pick one photo, just one photo. Take up the photo, look at it, and what was the memory related to that photo? Why do you think you want to keep that photo in your photo album? What is the reason? What were you feeling at that point when you took that picture? Who are the people with you in that picture? Is that picture even worth it? Or are you just keeping it for the sake of keeping it? I want you to answer all these questions and write it down in your journal. Now, this is also an important exercise to reconnect with yourself, because most of us, we have a lot of pictures in our photo album that we don't look at for the second time, me including, okay? We all do that. The reason I want you to do this is that a lot of memories that we capture are hidden inside the photo album. Don't let it die out just like that. Relive that moment. Go back to the photos. Ask yourself, how was it? You know, how was the feeling when you took that picture? What was the situation like? How were your relationship with the people in the picture? You know, sometimes some pictures, we do have pictures of people who have passed on. You know, those bring back the memory that we shared with them. Whether when you look at the picture, you feel painful, you feel hurtful, it doesn't matter, okay? This exercise isn't about reliving only joyful moments. It's about treasuring each and every of your emotions and feelings at place, okay? So remember that. I don't want you to go out and just pick all those happy things, no. You know, sadness, happiness, frustration, anger, they are all variety type of emotions that doesn't exist on its own, okay? It's a chain of emotion. They all exist together, okay? So you can't live without one, keeping one, okay? So understand that. So whatever your emotion is, you need to treasure that emotion. You need to accept that as it was your emotion, okay? That is another unique way to reconnect with yourself. Okay guys, so I've shared with you guys my 3 top ideas to make your journal writing much more interesting, and I've also shared with you guys my personal journal, and I would love to read your story about your journal experience. Please let me know about your experience in the comment section below, and if you want to reach me personally, you can always email me at askcoachsarah@gmail.com. I would love to respond to you. I would love to read your stories. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If it doesn't resonate with you, as always, click it off and bye-bye. Okay, so with that, I'm signing off from you guys, Sarah. Bye.